Hey you guys, Sandra here. I'm so sorry, I don't know what happened with Facebook. It's giving me so much trouble, so I just decided to hit record and answer your questions right away. So whenever you watch this, thank you for being here and thank you for watching, and I hope that I get to answer all your questions. If you have any other extra questions that I don't cover here today, just let me know and I'll be happy to create another video or go live and answer them for you. So this video is about digital products, right? I've been getting a lot of questions about digital products. A lot of people don't make the connection between the digital product and the fashion or beauty business. I've been talking about this forever. I've been creating online classes and printables and things like that for a long time. And so I wanted to just jump in and answer them because I do want you to create digital products. I think you need to create them and jump in that train as well. Because it's not because I want to, but just because I think it's so beneficial to your business and it's gonna open your doors to amazing things out there. You're gonna get customers all over the world, and especially nowadays where life is so complicated, having another source of income that doesn't necessarily need you to be one-on-one with people, that you can deliver it online, that gives you that extra income, extra stability. It's so helpful right now. And even when we go back to having a regular life or doing more events and things like that, this is still going to be something that is going to help you so much because it's going to be working for you in the back, right? So when I talk about digital products, I'm talking about products that you deliver digitally to your customers. So these could be a PDF, it could be an online course, it could be a virtual program, anything. For example, think about an ebook, right? An ebook is a PDF you create, right? And then it doesn't matter whether you're there in person or not, you have it on your website or you're having it in some different platforms or marketplaces, right? And if people have a question about that, you can direct them to that link, or you can do campaigns, you can do ads, you can bring traffic there, and it doesn't matter what you're doing. Maybe you're serving another client, maybe you're sleeping, maybe you're on vacation, and people can still go there and purchase that product from you and get value from you and get that help. So that's what we're going to talk about, those kind of products that you can deliver online. Again, I think that nowadays, we live in the digital age. I mean, I'm sure you yourself have bought these digital products from many people, right? Many books that you have bought that now you buy them online and you read them in your tablet, right? Or maybe you have signed up for so many different classes, and there's classes about everything and anything, like if you want to teach something in the fashion world, there's a market for that, right? So if you have a talent, if you have a skill for something specific within the industry, why not, right? Why not create a book? Why not create a printable? Why not create a class? Any kind of digital product that can help people learn that skill of yours. So let me go with the questions. So the first one I have here is the time issue. Like, I don't have time. I don't think I have time to create this. How long does this take? So I know this stops many people because they're worried about the technical side of things, the technologies. It's gonna take me a long time to learn this stuff, to put it into practice. I'm already overwhelmed with everything that's happening. I don't want to go ahead and jump in a whole new project. I get it. The way that I teach it, the way I always teach my students, is a very straightforward and very simple approach. I think that yes, you can create a 20 video class, but you can also create a 5 video class and be very successful and provide a lot of value and help people go from point A to point Z, right? So you can create a 1-page printable, or you can create a 50-page printable, right? You can create an ebook that is very short and concise and helps people with something in particular, or you can create a very elaborate product, right? You can create a virtual program where you email people weekly and provide that value, or you can, have 3 phone calls a month with each customer and be overwhelmed and do it that way. So I think we have to I always talk about making it work for you and for your life and for your business. Everyone is different. Everyone has different, maybe you have 2 jobs, maybe you have a huge project right now, maybe you have little kids. I don't know. Everyone is different. So you have to make it work for you. Not because I come here and tell you, hey, you have to do it this way, that's how you have to do it. By the contrary, I'm always like, hey, this is what I do. How can you tweak it so it works for you? So when it comes to time, do not worry that it can take you a long time. It can take you a day, it can take you a week, it can take you 3 months, whatever you think, and you can pick the level of complexity. I always like to give my students tools, the same tools that I use, right, to create products very quickly. I am not a designer per se, okay? I use tools that help me design, that make it super simple. And again, you can create something very simple that would generate an income for you over and over again. So let me give you an example. I sell a printable, I believe it's a 2-page printable, that is called a weekly wardrobe planner. So you can plan your wardrobe, right? So if you're traveling, or you have a busy week, or anything, you just want to make sure, maybe you go to work every day and you don't want to get in the closet and be like, oh my God, what am I going to wear today? So every Sunday night, just take a look, take 5 minutes, fill out your printable, and boom, you're set for the week. That little printable, I have sold that printable so many times. Okay, I've sold it on my Etsy store, I've sold it in my styling groups, I've sold them online via email through my newsletter. And now I'm in the process of also including those printables in all their different marketplaces so I can grow even more. So, and it's a 2-page printable, okay? You can sell something for $1, for $2, for $5. You can have a class for $50. You can have a program for $100, for $200, for $1,000. So it's up to you. And for me, I always say, start small, start with something simple, start with something that your people need, and I will give you all the tools so you can figure out that design part. It's not that hard. There's templates out there, there's tools out there that make it super simple. I can create a printable in an hour. You can use templates and then reuse them and over again, and just adapt them to what you need. So there's different ways to go about it, okay? And also, I always tell people, maybe you're not into printables. Maybe you can create a class and then forget about design. You can just turn the camera on and do your video, and that's it. Or maybe you can do PowerPoints, right? Or keynotes, presentations, where you don't even have to be there. It's just your voice and the graphics, and that's it. So it can be very simple, okay? Next question. I don't know how to do it. I don't know how long it takes. Okay, so for this one, what I do, as you know, I have a class that is called Monetize Online, where I teach people my process going from idea to sale, right? So I guide you through the whole process, like, okay, today we're doing this, boom. And I always give people an action step. So you watch the short video, okay, and you take the action step, and you're on your way. By the end of the class, you already have your product, you already have your plan, you may have already made some sales, okay? I try to make it super simple. So in a week, let's say, you can do it in less. You can do it in a weekend, or, if you want to do everything at once, or you can take a month, whatever you think is best, right? Excuse me, you can just go ahead and watch it once a day. And by the end of the course, you will have everything ready to go, and you can jump into another project, okay? So if you don't know how to do it, you just need someone to guide you through that process. And everyone has a different process. I can share with you the process that I have, the one that has allowed me to sell printables on Etsy and other platforms, and my online courses in Udemy and Skillshare and Teachable. Okay, one-on-one, online, virtual programs, virtual workshops is the same system over and over again, okay? And you can use it too. Okay, one second, need a sip of water. Okay, next question. I think it could be a big investment. I don't have the money right now to do that. On the class, okay. So if you think it can be a big investment, I have news for you. There's so many tools out there that are free, okay, or they're very inexpensive, okay. And most of the stuff that I'm talking about, you already have it. You already have your phone, you already have your computer, you already have access to all of this. A lot of the tools that I use are free, and a lot of them are very inexpensive, and you can start with the free ones, okay? So do not worry about that. If you're thinking about the class itself, if you would like to join the class, or my class or someone else's class, and you are gonna make an investment, look at it this way. Let's say like our class, for example, is $97, right? And I give from time to time a coupon to people so they can get 50 off, so it's actually 47. It's an amazing deal. Or you can pay it over time. You can do a payment plan, right, and make it easy. So if you buy the class, I mean, you spend $50, let's say, and it helps you create a class of your own that you are going to sell for $50, okay, or 100 or 200 or 300, whatever you think, based on the value that you're providing. You're gonna make that money back in one sale. I mean, it's unbelievable. The same with the printables, the same. I have a lot of friends. I'm part of a big community that sells printables, and they sell, planners, for example, for $50. Some people sell planners for $100. Some people sell planners for $10, and they sell hundreds of them. So it's up to you. And I'm telling you, you have to think about it as an investment. Whatever you're gonna put in, you're gonna get out. And honestly, you don't have to put that much in. I like this class. You can just follow the process, put it together, and then start making money. So it's not everybody has a different system. There's different classes out there at different levels, right? You can invest at the level that you feel comfortable. Me, for example, I give this coupon because I want to help people. I know I've been there in a moment where I really want to take this class, but I really don't have the money right now. So I like to help people along the way with this, because I've been there. So there's ways to go about it, and like I'm telling you, all the tools that we use, they're very inexpensive, and you can start with the free ones, and you can start making money right away. So do not worry about that. Okay, so okay, let me give you an example. I have another printable. You've been hearing me talk about that one. It's more like a workbook that it's called the 20-minute business plan template, right? So people have a lot of trouble coming up with their business plan. It overwhelms them. Sometimes they hire people and they spend a lot of money, and then they don't even look at the business plan. They don't apply anything, right? So what I wanted to do was help people come up with a plan that they can actually use. They actually understand, that they can actually that could actually benefit their business and help them grow. So I came up with a template that is very simple, and it's a short workbook, right? That it's like a question and answer kind of format, so people can just don't be like a lot of people teach in a way that now you have to talk about this, now you have to talk about that, and give you all the different sections. I like to ask questions, because when you ask questions, you naturally, the answers come out. So it's helpful for people to just go ahead, and then at the end of the process, if you have 10-page document, right, that it's very concise and very clear, and you understand absolutely everything about it, you're going to use it, and it's going to be beneficial to you, and that's what I want. So that printable, for example, that printable workbook, I sell it, I believe it's for $11.50, which right now we have it on sale because we have a 25% off sale. But let's say, okay, you sell it at $10, $11, whatever you think is best. And I have sold that workbook so many times, It's one of my bestsellers in my Etsy store. It's one of my bestsellers in the internet, and different people ask for it. They email me when I send a newsletter. It's out there and people purchase it. So I mean, what if you create a product that is $10, right? A simple, very simple product that helps people with a problem, and you sell, the first week you sell one, $10, you know, then you sell 5, then you sell 10, then you join an event and you sell 100. Maybe you go to a workshop and then you sell, I don't know, 200. Maybe then you start experimenting with ads, with collaborations, and you sell thousands, you know. And you just created that document once, you know. I always recommend people to update things, right? To give them a fresh look, to, if there's something they need to fix, of course, update it, always make the product better. But the work is gonna be so little compared to the initial work that you're gonna put in, right? Which is creating the product, which also can be very simple. So think about that. Think about how something very small like that, or it could be a class that you put together with a few videos that is very helpful, that can take people from from A to Z, and that you can charge $50. What if you get 1 student, 2 students, 10 students, 1,000 students? And this is something that, you know, it works behind the scenes, that you can keep promoting and bring people there, right? Let me see. The other thing is, you know, people tell me, like, you know, what can I do for the product? Like, what can I create? What can I teach, right? My thing is, I always tell people, what do people ask you about? What are people always looking for when they come to you? What are those questions that they have? Your customers, what are the questions that they have? Can you create a product that answers those questions for them to make their life easier? It's your job to make their life easier, right? It's your job to take them to the next level. So think about that. Think about what you can teach, what you can share. With me, for example, I created that PDF because I noticed that a lot of people were having trouble with the business plan, and they felt unorganized, and they felt like they didn't have any goals. And I'm like, okay, but let's create a document that helps you come up with that plan really quickly. And with that same mentality, I created the 5-minute publicity plan and the quarterly goal planner, so people can focus on the next 3 months of their business and how they can plan the next, you know, 3 months and have an impact, so time just doesn't go by and nothing happens, right? So how can you help them in your area? If you're a photographer, what can you provide? Maybe you can provide an ebook or a workbook that would help them get ready before the photo shoot, right? Or if you're a makeup artist, you can teach your skills, right? Definitely, you can teach it to other people who want to be a makeup artist like yourself, or you can teach makeup for people who want to do better makeup, right? People like me that I just want to learn more about makeup, right? If you're a designer, maybe you're a designer and you're great at patterns, right? A lot of people, they don't want to get involved with that. They don't want to learn about, they don't want to deal with that. They rather pay someone, or there's other people who really want to learn from the best, right? So there's a market there for you as well. And you know, there's so many, just think about those things, what people ask you. They see you as an expert and they come to you to ask you particular questions. And those questions, those answers can be a product, okay? If you want to send me an email, you want to go in the Facebook group and just ask me, like, hey, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? Can these be a product? I'll be happy to help. Let's see. Monetize Online. I feel like everyone is doing the same thing. That everyone's selling the same thing. Yes. So I think the same, right? You see, everybody's talking about digital products, everybody's talking about their class, their book, whatever it is, right? And yes, we're in a new era. We're in an era of information and technology, and we are in an era where the world has become like global, right? Like, we reach people, like, you talk to people every day who are in different parts of the world. You do business with people who are in other parts of the world, right? All the time. So a accept it and embrace it. You know, it's a good thing, right? It's a good thing that now you have access not only to your local community but the world, right? There's a lot of people in the world. So the other part of this question is, you think that everyone's doing the same, thinking like you cannot provide value, or you know, let's say people are teaching about sewing, let's say, and you're like, oh, here I come, why am I gonna put together a class about sewing if so many people, there's, I don't know, you go to Teachable and there's 5,000 classes about sewing, right? Well, let me ask you, don't you have an audience? Don't you have friends and family and co-workers and a network of people who look for that expertise in you? You do. You do. If you have a Instagram page, if you have a Facebook page, if you have a website, and people go and ask you questions about that particular topic, it'll be great to create a class in that particular topic, because that person wants to learn from you, okay? And it doesn't matter how many sewing classes are out there, right? If I know you and I like your style and I like your clothing, I'd rather, and I'd be super delighted, right, to pay you to teach me that, to go on a random website and learn from someone that I don't know. I don't know who they are. They say they're great, but I don't know them, right? I'd rather go to you, the person that knows that I know that I like your style, that I know that you're responsible, that I know that you know your thing, right? So you always have a network around you, and if people come to you with a particular problem and you solve it for them, that's an opportunity for business for you. And do not compare yourself with other people. Oh, but you know, maybe my videos are not going to be so, you know, as professional as these other people. Everyone starts somewhere, right? You do something and then you get better at it and you keep improving, right? Anyone out there, all the celebrities, everyone you admire didn't start with the perfect outfit and the perfect makeup and the perfect camera and the perfect everything. You have to build yourself up, right? And they start somewhere, and you are at that point starting, right? So embrace it, right? Also, I want to tell you, don't feel bad, because nowadays, right, we value the realness a lot, right? I don't know if you've noticed that, but even the celebrities, right, they don't, nowadays everybody goes on Facebook Live or Instagram Live, and people are into being very real and showing themselves very naturally and all of that. So that works in your advantage, okay? Okay. Okay. I have another question here. I don't understand my handwriting. If you're worried about myself, this one is also about the content. If you're worried about the content, how can I make it different? The content will be different because you're different. And even though you know how to sew, or you know how to style, or you know how to do makeup, and maybe you went to the same school that other people did, you do it a different way. You have learned tricks along the way. You have learned how to do it better, you know, in your own way. And that's what people are paying for, okay? That's what people are going after, the expertise and you. Okay, the technical side again, I see. Yes, don't worry about the technical side. Like I said, I share with you all my tools, all of them, okay? There's tools for everything out there, okay? Yes, you can, it's like websites. Remember when people started creating websites, it was very complicated. You have to know how to do coding and spend hours, and very few people knew about this, right? And they did a great job, but we didn't understand what was going on. Nowadays, there's so many options. Even if you go with WordPress, which is more complicated but still way easier than what it used to be with coding, right? It's very friendly. And if you still don't get that or don't like it, there's so many options out there already, like Wix, who have you know, templates already where you just have to fill it out and that's it, and you're done. So the same thing works for everything. I mean, there's tools for absolutely everything, for creating printables, for there's marketplaces where you can upload your classes and make it super easy. You don't even have to have your own website. They have the payment tools. They have absolutely everything. So you just have to provide the content, and that's it, okay? I'm worried that I buy another course and then don't use it. I really want to learn, but I get excited and then, I don't get to do it. Da, 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 da. Okay, well, yes, this happens to everyone, right? We purchase courses, we purchase things, and then we don't use them, and it's our fault, right? I say, if I tell you that if you go through the class, and you can do it in a week if you want, right? And you can start generating income next week, right? As you start promoting and selling and everything, wouldn't that be worth it? Wouldn't it be worth it to create a new source of income, to have that passive income working for you, to be able to help those people who contact you from different parts of the world that you cannot serve one-on-one, right? So there has to be a little bit of commitment from your side, of course, to say, okay, I'm going to purchase this and I'm going to go ahead and invest my time and energy and make this happen. It's what you make of it. Some people, I've seen so many people, especially in all the different communities that I'm part of, with other printable girls, that, they have purchased a course, okay, or purchased a template or something, and they have made so much back from that investment, okay? And here we are, other people in the class, all complicated about, do I like it in pink? Do I like it in green? Or, I'm scared of doing this or doing that. And we're all in these little decisions here and there. And there's people who jump right in and they take the class and they do it, and immediately they start, generating that income and making that money back, while we're worried about, should I do this, should I do that? So it's really that commitment that has to come from you. I tell you, I know so many people who are doing so well in this. I myself have created so many products, and I have been able to help so many people all over. I can't believe that nowadays, we have customers all over, really, in India, in the UK. I have so many customers in the UK with my different printables and classes. It's incredible. So you can do the same, and you just have to, it's not that complicated. Honestly, it is not. I can share with you, and I will share with you, the different lessons of what we cover. And again, I create very straightforward videos with a action step that if you take the action step, by the end of the class, you're done. You're done. All you have to do is keep promoting, okay? But you already have a visibility plan, you already have a sales plan, so you can put this into practice, okay? Let's see. I do not know if what I have to teach will work into a product. Okay. So, yes, I understand. Let's say you teach something or you do an activity that you don't see it like how it could be a digital product. And I'm telling you, you can. Let me give you an example. I have a little book. I don't think I have it here right now, but I bought it in Barnes & Nobles, and it's a coaching book, okay? So it's a famous coach, and she created this like workbook, and she sells it at Barnes & Noble, and I'm sure she sells it on Amazon, everywhere. And she charges a lot of money to be coached by her, and she has online classes and everything. And here I am at Barnes & Nobles with this book, with this whole workbook, covering every section of all the coaching that she does. And you can just fill it out and answer the questions and have this interaction. And it's like she's coaching me through the book, right? So I love the book. I purchased the book and I use it, okay? Every time I want to set some time aside for myself and everything, I grab my book and I have my coaching session, okay? And I work with other people as well, but this one is really great because I'm by myself and I take some time off and I'm just filling it out. And something so that you would think, coaching, you have to see the person, or you have to be, video coaching is very important for a lot of people. They want to see the person. They really want that feedback right away and everything. But some people, right, they want to do it in their quiet time, or they are not ready to share some things in person. So it's a coaching book. and it's from this person, and they sell it at a bookstore. So think about it, you know. Styling, for example, for me, I've taught like styling classes. I love doing styling in person, and people ask me questions and you get feedback and all of that. But maybe someone in Bangladesh wants to learn how to get dressed and how to do this and how to do that, and she would love for someone in the US to go ahead and tell her how to do it. And then what if they have a question, they can email me, right? They can send me a message and I'll be happy to help. So, you know, test it out, see, talk to people around you who are your customers, and tell them, hey, would you be interested in this? Would you be interested in that? Maybe someone who actually is contacting you from different parts of the world, who wants that expertise from you, and you haven't been able to because you don't have a digital product. Ask them if they will be interested in blah, and say, and then see what the reaction is. Okay, everything can be turned into a digital product. Almost everything, really, really, really. Okay, I think we've covered everything. If you guys have any other questions, just let me know. If you want to learn more, I'm so sorry, about the class, I have the class right now online, but I am in the process of transferring to Teachable because the experience in Teachable is so much better. That will go live in a little bit. If you're interested, let me know. I would send you the information so you can see, you know, what each lesson includes. If you're interested in learning how to create a simple PDF, how to create a simple class, how to create a simple virtual program, and I'll be happy to share that content with you and my approach. I do think this is the way of the future. It has been already. I feel like it's the present right now. It used to be the future, and now that's how we're doing business. You know, I want to go back and I want to do things one-on-one, and I started already to do them, but there's a lot of opportunity online, and there's a lot of people who want to, you know, who are looking for that information online. And if you have it, and you know, go and share it, you know. You're not gonna regret it. I can guarantee you that. So let me know if you have any questions at all. I'll share a link with you. Like I said, if you're worried about the pricing or anything, I do have a coupon code of $50 off, so you can pay $47 for the course. I think you would love it. If you really want to learn, if you're really looking for something that is simple and effective, I invite you to take a look. And you know, if you have any questions, let me know. It has been wonderful sharing here with you today. Again, if you have any other questions about the digital products or the class Monetize Online, let me know, and I will see you guys very soon. Bye guys.